Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is March 13th and I am going to be using this sketch by Melinda Barkman. You can see it right here. Definitely got a hive and honey thing going on. Now, you probably won't see this little bit of magic, but I am going to be scrapbooking this photo, this like intro photo to the itinerary screenshots that I took off of my phone from the Disney app. So let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I'm starting out with this stencil from Scrapbook Reflections, and I've got two different colors of ink. One is more of a navy and one is more of a pool color. And I'm just using my blending brushes. I do have a blending brush for each color. Not each shade of color. So all of my blues use this blue brush. All of my teals and aquas and peacock colors use that brush sitting on top of it. I have one for yellows, I have one for oranges, I have one for reds, one for pinks, one for greens. So that is how I use the blending brushes. Now I am going to go over these other areas so that I will have kind of this blue and teal wavy pattern on my pattern paper. I feel like many times the ocean is not just one color. So we have this. Now, the coolest thing was when the cruise ship was slicing through the water, and we would have like the foam, the white wavy foam that happens. It left the most beautiful aqua color in its wake. If you saw the photo that I use for scrapbooking the Disney Fantasy Cruise, that is actually my photo, and I took it off of the very end of the ship, and you kind of see what I'm talking about with the white and the aqua color. It was really awesome sitting on the balcony and seeing it just right over. It was just awesome. So anyway, I am going to make sure that this color gets all the way all over the stencil. And then, of course, the stencil moves a little bit, so I do have a little bit of stencil shadowing when I do the reveal, but honestly, I'm okay with that. It's not like it is a horrible thing or anything like that. Waves in the ocean aren't always so precise and crisp, so my waves on my pattern paper can be just fine as well. So this is one of the screenshots that I took. I took one of these every single day, and it would tell us where we were going, and then sometimes there were fun facts, and I took those as well. So I don't know if my kind of like update video has gone up yet, but you'll be able to see what I mean. Now here I decided that just the ink wasn't enough and I needed glitter glaze on this layout. So I'm using my favorite glitter glaze. It is from Brutus Monroe, and I am just going to use a silicone brush to make sure glitter gets all over this stencil. And as you can see, the wet glitter glaze actually pulls up the color off of the stencil. So that color is also moving through the stencil. So that means the navy blue and the teal color are in the glitter glaze now. And the glitter glaze just isn't the clear glitter glaze. And it's adding another layer to that inked areas, right? And I love the reveal. I love how it looks, and I love it even more now that it's dry. Right, so I am going to use up the rest of the glitter glaze. This is Fallen Snow glitter glaze, by the way. It does not look like my Brutus Monroe affiliate link works anymore. I think they just do affiliates for people who are on the design team currently. I think that that's the way that they're doing it these days. But tell them I sent you. Okay, just tell them. Now, it's like, hello, are we going to see the reveal? So I am going to reveal this, I promise. Let's go, Sandy. We want to see the reveal. There we go. So I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to be stupid careful with it. And there we go. Look at that. So beautiful. Now this mesh ribbon stuff, I actually picked up at Hobby Lobby because I thought it was cool as crap. So I am going to put this down the left-hand side of the page, and that is going to kind of represent that vertical line where the title goes, right? So that's going to go there. My photo is going to be moved over, but hopefully you can see the inspiration that I got from the sketch to actually make this layout. Anyway, on that photo, there is a stamp kind of die cut thing and the number 1. You'll be able to see, or you might have already seen when I'm kind of giving you the first glance at putting the album together for the first moments, you will be able to see that I have numbers 1 through 8. It was a 7-night cruise, but it was 8 days that were kind of represented there, right? So I'm going to mat this on this red piece of paper. Now, if you guys remember, I showed you the kit basically that I was using for this cruise. However, if I only used what was in the kit, I would run out of papers and embellishments and everything stupid fast because I took a lot of pictures on this cruise. So I am bringing in things from my stash, and honestly, that makes me the happiest, right? Like some of the cruise papers and embellishments and things I've had in my stash for a very long time. Years, people. Years I've had. Okay? But to me, because this is the first time I'm using them, it's like new products. So I feel like using these products and products that are just in my stash makes me so happy. I love mixing my old stuff and my new stuff together. It gives me the greatest joy, right? Just the greatest joy out of it. So I'm going to put some decorative bits. Now, this background is not dry. I am scrapbooking on top of a wet glitter glazed background. If that makes you nervous, it's okay. You're just gonna set that background to the side to dry, and then you're gonna do another layout. And while you're doing that layout, this background dries, and then you get to come back to it, which is what I used to do. I used to do a layout, background, put it off on the table to dry, start another one, put that one off on the table to dry. This is when that We Are Memories Keeper cart would have been really super handy. However, I do not really think I need it anymore because I most of the time scrapbook right over top of the wet stuff. So I'm going to create a journaling area down here. Just like in the sketch, there is a dedicated journaling area, and I'm creating that with this map and a postcard, and I've got a cruise ship, and then I am actually going to put some vellum over top of the mat, or the map, not the mat, over top of the map, so I can actually journal on it, and you will be able to see it. So that is really exciting, right? At least I think it's really exciting. Okay. So I'm cutting down the vellum. I'm going to place that over top there. We are going to go ahead and adhere the cruise ship over top of the over top of it so that there will be no adhesive kind of showing through, right? Like I don't want the adhesive to show through whatsoever. There is a bug in my window that I am not having. So if you just heard something, that was the blinds because I'm not having that bug living in my window. Okay. So I'm looking at this. I don't know why it was taking me so long to glance at it. I think I was trying to figure out if I needed to add anything else. I think I probably was looking at the sketch and deciding, okay, do we need to bring in something else? There's an awful lot of naked real estate over on the right-hand side of the page. So ultimately, I decided to bring in this chipboard piece. And then at the bottom of the chipboard piece, it was kind of just this plain area. So I added a word to it. Now I think I'm also going to bring in, do I leave the red on there? I think I do. I'm also going to bring in the red. Oh shoot, I just dropped. I just dropped the iPad, you guys. I'm going to bring in that red as well. Oh shoot, dropped it again. So that there can be multiple points of red on the layout, because you know I like the bits of red on the layout 100%, right? Like they make me happy. So now I'm going to bring in some enamel dots because why not? Just adding a little pop of color there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those down. I'm gonna put them around each of these decorative bits that I put on here. And then I'm going to get my journaling done. I don't remember exactly what the journaling is. And I don't have the layout in front of me to actually tell you, but I am going to punch out a little red Mickey head and tuck them into the netting right there because I think that that's super cute, right? There's always little bits and little moments of magic that you can put in your scrapbook layouts. And this, putting those little Mickey heads in, is definitely one of them for me. I am definitely a fan of that. So we got that going on. I am just going to use a black pen to get my journaling done. Gonna have a good moment of journaling here, and hopefully we won't be dropping the iPad anymore during this, because you know that kind of sucks when you drop your iPad. And hopefully it wasn't too loud. Hopefully there wasn't too many bumps and knocks and stuff from me dropping it. As you guys know, or maybe some of you don't know, when I do a voiceover, I usually do it in one take. I don't listen to myself. Sometimes I walk around the house while I'm doing it. All of those things just because I feel like whatever comes out of my mouth in the moment is probably what I meant to say. Sometimes I'm like, what the heck am I even saying? Because sometimes, you know, the brain does not work as fast as the mouth does. But anyway, usually one take. Okay, so that is going to do it for this layout. As you can see, I am in love with that glitter glaze through that stencil. And I think that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.